The tennis stadium was fully packed with enthusiastic, cheering martial art fans. Andrew and Felex reached the finals in boys competition, representing their district, while from another district 2 previous runner-ups and their arch-rivals Brant and Chuck also reached finals in Kung Fu and Thai kickboxing respectively. While Phi won girls taekwondo competition, and Maya declared best user of martial art weapons. Andrew and Felex beat their arch-rival and won the finals. All fans from their district stood on their seats cheering and clapping. Brant and Chuck, who lost again this year too, did not accept their losses in true sportsman spirit, and vowed to settle their score soon with Andrew and Felex. The mayor, on awards ceremony, asked Andrew and Felex if G6 can come see him this evening, as he has some important matter to discuss. As the sun began to set, the members of Group of Secret Six, popularly also known as G6, gathered in the town square to meet with the mayor. They had been invited to a meeting to discuss a new case that had been troubling the town. The mayor was impressed with their last 2 successful missions, the ghost house and the masked man, and the missing ranger and the werewolf, and knew that if anyone could solve this new mystery, it was this talented group of detectives. The mayor said as they arrived,
"Welcome, champs. I'm glad to see you all here in such short notice. As you know, our town has been dealing with a series of thefts and robberies in recent weeks. It's been causing quite a bit of panic among town people, and we need your help to put a stop to it."
The group listened intently as the mayor continued.
"The culprits have been stealing from houses and shops and even hijacking bikes from young boys and girls. They always cover their faces, so we haven't been able to identify them. And in some cases, they've even resorted to violence when faced with resistance."
The team nodded in agreement, and Andrew, the leader of the group, spoke up.
"Don't worry, Mr. Mayor. We'll get to the bottom of this. Can you give us any leads?"
The members of G6 exchanged worried glances. This was a serious case, and they knew they had their work cut out for them. Felex spoke up.
"We're on the case, Mr. Mayor. We'll do everything we can to solve this mystery and catch these thieves."
Tommy, the team's trusty dog, barked in agreement as the group set out on their mission. The mayor nodded, looking relieved. With that, the meeting was adjourned, and G6 set to work on the case. They split up to gather information and investigate the different areas of the town. Phi and Tommy headed to the local bike shop to talk to the owners, while Maya and Andrew went to interview some of the victims of the robberies. Andrew suggested they split up and patrol the town to see if they could catch the thieves in the act. Maya, the strategist, came up with a plan to bait the thieves by leaving a bike in a secluded area under hidden surveillance camera to catch them stealing. Meanwhile, Felex went undercover, posing as a potential buyer in some of the shops that had been targeted by the thieves. He hoped to gather some clues about their identities. Hours turned into days, and G6 worked tirelessly to solve the case. They followed every lead and pursued every clue, determined to bring the criminals to justice. After a few nights of surveillance, based on the information gathered by the group, the team finally caught a break. Kevin and Phi had hacked into the security cameras and found footage of the thieves entering one mall building in the town's center district. The team quickly made their way on their bikes to the location, but by the time they reached the mall, they found the culprits leaving the building from the back door of the mall on skateboards and disappeared in the streets going down to beach. Phi flew the surveillance drone to watch movement of skaters, because there are many crisscrossed roads due to port area and container yards. They could be anywhere, as they were moving between the ship containers quietly in their bikes in port area. Kevin saw movement of skaters through drone camera and gave direction to the group. The G6 have no clue that they are being tricked into following these skaters, who are actually leading the G6 to a cleverly laid out trap, so that thieves can punish them for taking detective task from mayor to apprehend them, and most importantly to settle score with some members of G6, who left them embarrassed in front of lot of people in recent past. Plan is to entrap them in building, make them unconscious, and steal everything from them, which would make G6 lose their reputation in front of town people. The skaters left behind the seaport and headed towards the beach and entered into the road leading directly to beach area. G6's pursuit ended some distance from the abandoned old hut down the beach road. G6 hid themselves behind the one big boat, and watched 4 guys wearing hoodies entering the empty hut. Andrew and Felix started wondering about the other 2 missing guys, because group was following total 6 skaters. So G6 thought this must be their hideout after every loot. Felex wanted to go in immediately, and catch them, but Andrew told him to wait, and call for police help, because arresting is not their business. So when they called, there was no phone signals. They thought maybe signals don't work in this area, but actually this was part of the plan of the thieves, who have used signal jammers so that when G6 fall in their trap, they cannot call for help. Since G6 did not want to miss this golden opportunity, so reluctantly they followed the thieves inside the hut big hallway, in order to prevent thieves to escape from some secret route before police arrive. Keeping in mind the 2 missing thieves, Andrew made a clever move to counter any undesired surprises. Meanwhile, he tasked Kevin to reach to some far place where he can get phone signal to call for immediate police help, and return back to assist Fi, who they left behind to guard the bikes in case the missing 2 thieves come looking for them, and also to keep an eye on the hut to prevent any outside interference. She hid herself safely inside the boat hull with bow and arrow, aimed at the hut. As soon as Andrew, Felex, Maya and Tommy entered the front hall of the hut, 4 masked guys attacked them from all corners. A fierce battle broke out as the group fought the masked thieves. Andrew and Felix showed off their impressive martial arts skills against equally good masked opponents, while Maya and Tommy worked together to disable the thieves' weapons. Maya used her nunchaku expertise to corner the 2 other thieves, who were not as good as the other 2 who were fighting the boys, and Tommy provided backup with his barking and biting. Fi could hear the voices of fighting in Tommy's barks and growls, and excited to join the fight and test her martial arts skills with real enemies. But she has strict duty to keep a watch for other 2 missing thieves, and guard the bikes, so cannot leave her post as strictly directed by Andrew. Fi finally saw the 5th thief carrying big glass bottle, filled with some liquid, appeared in front of the hut's door and whistled loudly. And suddenly the 4 thieves gave up fighting inside with G6 and ran out, shutting the door behind as planned. Fi aimed her arrow, and before the 5th thief could throw the bottle inside through the side window, Fi released the arrow, which hit his hand. Chemical bottle fell down. Instantly thick white fumes filled the atmosphere and engulfed all the 5 thieves present outside, and they immediately fainted and fell down. They fell on their own trap. Fi have no idea the 6th thief, for whom she was aiming her arrow towards the building, has sneaked right behind her, and was about to hit her from behind, when suddenly, Intruder got a big strong push by Kevin's heavy body, who has actually stumbled and fell on the intruder accidentally, as he jumped inside the boat, after making call to police. The poor thief fell face down on the boat hull and got unconscious with the impact. Fi was both shocked and happy to realize what just happened. When the fumes and chemical smell disappeared, Andrew, Maya, Tommy and Felix came out from hut's window. They removed the masks from the faces of unconscious thieves. Group was shocked to see the faces of 2 bad losers, Brant and Chuck, who had recently lost martial arts championship trophy to Andrew and Felix. G6 knew that their work wasn't done, and that there would always be more mysteries to solve. As the team sat back in the mayor's office, Maya couldn't help but smile and say, "Another mystery solved." Andrew nodded in agreement and said,
But we can't get complacent. Who knows what challenge will come our way next?
The team shared a laugh, discussing which one to be awarded Oscar for 2 perfect timing parts of the operation. Number 1. When Fi's perfect aim and timing resulted in chemical bottle to break, right when all the 4 thieves had reached the spot outside to be fainted together by their own chemical fumes. Or number 2, the timing, when Kevin stumbled on the attacking intruder accidentally on the ship deck, knocking him down unconscious, right when he was about to strike Fi, which saved Fi from getting hurt. If you know the answer, please fill your reply on the comment box, and please don't forget to subscribe for more mysteries of G6.